If you're a woman in her 30s or 40s, you probably heard that phrase. Keep your standards high, honey, and you're gonna end up surrounded with cats. Not just stray cats wandering around the street, but your own personal cats. And you will live happily ever after with these cats crawling up your body. Useless, leftover that nobody needs it. Ew. Yes, welcome to the Cat Lady Club, ladies. But jokes aside, this is actually made for us women to lower our standards in order to accept bare minimum bullshit from the men. They use these little cute creatures, aka cats, to devalue us. I don't know, as if this phrase should terrify us. What bad is it to live a life in a completely peaceful apartment, beautifully furnitized, having a pet by your side? I think it's a beautiful life. If I get to choose living a life with a man who is constantly causing my cortisol levels spike, or I'm living a single life in my beautiful apartment with a little cute cat that's purring by my side while I'm laying there and watching Netflix, eating some ice cream or popcorn, I'm choosing the second option, actually. I don't know about you girls, by the way. Comment what would you choose. But I think the answer is pretty obvious. So welcome to the peaceful side of the internet, friends and ladies and cat ladies. My name is Masha, and I find it fascinating the fact that they use cats in order to project these fears onto us, because if you compare cats to dogs, so a cat is a creature who naturally has boundaries, and you need to earn its trust in order for it to love you and to give you affection and love. And I'm repeating myself, but you get what I mean. But if you look at the dog, this overly accepting nature, desire to please everybody who touches it or who sees it, this Labrador Retriever vibes that you will never get from a cat. Well, maybe only from a Maine Coon, but still, depending on the Maine Coon. By the way, I have owned one. Anyway, that's why they're using the cat figure in order to characterize us, because this is the very traits that men hate in women. They hate when women have boundaries, and they hate when women don't accept bullshit from them. And I also don't like the fact that they frame it as if it's bad. They frame it as if we choose to live with cats, our single, boring, peaceful, just disgusting, beautiful life, as if it's a bad thing. But what do we have on the alternative? The alternative for us is to live with a man who does not know how to self-soothe, how to self-regulate, and how to just be an adult. Not very appealing option. I don't say that each and every man is as toxic as I just described, but I just see this tendency, and even in my own comment section I saw it, even though my channel is pretty small now because I'm just starting. By the way, thank you for your support. It means the world to me. Even though I'm just starting, I already attracted some portion of this toxic men who are starting to comment on my videos. Such things as, have you already gotten another cat? Because with your unrealistic expectations, you probably might already have, I don't know, a dozen of them. So you might as well get another one. It's funny that they got me even when I'm vulnerable and small and discussing things from my own perspective and telling the story from my own vulnerable self from within. They still pour their shitty little opinion on that. But that's okay, that's internet. We have to be ready for that, ladies, cat ladies, right? We'll just keep our noses high and just move forward. So speaking about cats, I don't know about you, but by the way, I have no cats. The funny part is actually when I was married to my ex-husband, we had 3 cats with my ex-husband. So we were cat ladies together. And when I left, when we got divorced, I left all of the cats with him only because he had a bigger apartment, the 3-room apartment. And I thought that for the cats, it will be happier life if they will stay in that bigger apartment, because I moved into a smaller one on the ground floor, even underground floor, like you call it parterre, but it's just basically a basement. Okay, I live in a basement. There's my window, by the way, the small window over there. Ironically, I am now divorced and I'm single and I have no cats, and my husband does have 3 cats. A cat would probably wake me up at 6 a.m. and ask for the food so that I come up and feed the cat, and still that would have been better than to live with somebody who would constantly cause my nervous system system to feel terribly dysregulated. By the way, by the year of 2030, over 45% of women from 30 to 45 years old, if I'm not mistaken, are going to end up childless. So this is a tendency that's getting bigger and bigger. So these women are consciously choosing cats over men. If you think about it, that's crazy, that's insane. So they think that a pet is more worthy than a human man. Can you imagine how men should have behaved in order to make women think this way and choose pets? I just can't wrap my head around it. It's just really crazy. There is truth to it, because as now I'm reflecting everything that I lived through for these past years in my marriage that I had, the amount of stress and anxiety that I had back then when I was married is just non-measurable to the amount of anxiety that I have now. I have almost no anxiety as of today. Even though now I'm the only one who's making money in the family, even though I have nobody to protect me from the evil monsters outside, even though I have nobody who would hug me at night and who would say, everything's gonna be okay, I'm with you. I have a pepper spray in my purse in order to protect myself if something goes out of hand. So I'm living all alone in this world, being a single 32 years old, childless, useless woman that even doesn't have a cat. So I'm even worse than a cat lady. Oh my gosh, I gotta get a cat. Also, men think that we women 30 plus, single and childless, the reason why we are such is because we have unrealistic expectations, that we are kind of looking for an unexisting unicorn, and we will never find it because what we're looking for, according to them, does not exist. I want to argue with this statement because what, for example, I'm looking for is just the basic minimum thing that every human being should give to another human being if they want a normal relationship. Not only a romantic relationship, by the way, just any relationship, friendships, acquaintances, parental relationships, just any kind of relationships. What I'm looking for from a man, this is a no-brainer. I'm not looking for a prince with white long hair on a white horse that would ride to my basement and rescue me. It's not what I'm looking for at all. I'm just looking for a normal person that would simply respect me and all of my expressions to this world, you know? I'm sorry, my English, sometimes I don't know how to talk, but I try. So it's simply what I'm looking for. Respect, acceptance, self-regulating, maturity, consistency. Did I say respect? That's it. And it turns out that it's really hard to find a person who would own such traits that I just listed. It turns out it's really hard to find such a man. These men out there who came to my YouTube channel from this manosphere and red pill content are telling me that I'm looking for a non-existent unicorn man. Are you really serious? What do you mean? And by the way, also, I was super surprised to get such comment as you can see right here on the screen. And here, the man specifically shares his strategy in order to make a woman respect and love him, in order to build a great relationship in his world. He says, the worse that you treat a woman, the more likely she will be respecting you and loving you back. What kind of twisted mind should it be to truly believe this statement? Maybe it works on women who aren't mentally okay. Maybe it works on women who have a trauma bond and who have a dysregulated nervous system, who have maybe anxious attachment or disorganized attachment, aka fearful avoidant attachment, or maybe some other kind of mental dysregulation or anomaly. Because I'm sure for you ladies also, you won't be tolerating men who treat you like trash. You will just look at him and say, oh my god, who are you? What are you trying to prove here? Just go away, do something else. You're just interrupting my beautiful scenery here. I'm super shocked that this what they truly believe in. They do. And this generation of men, I'm not sure whether it's truth with Gen Z, but millennials, men our age, ladies who were born in 90s, really think that you should treat women that trashy way in order for her to respect you and like you. This is such a twisted reality that we are living in right now. And when I think about all that, I'm just realizing that this decision to get a cat and just to settle in with a cat, maybe get another cat and another one with time, and just create a beautiful apartment and just do whatever you like, go travel, build your friendships, spend more time with family, and just don't bother trying to manage the relationship with somebody who is not mature enough to even understand what kind of treatment women actually respond to and wait for. Previously, I was wasting my time in order to train a man, in order to teach him, in order to be his guru of relationship. I used to send my husband these articles and these short videos in order for him to watch how to treat a woman, what woman really wants, how to make a woman want you sexually, how to do this, how to do that. And I would send it to him over and over again. But he, guess what? Never watched anything from what I sent to him. Never ever watched any single piece of content that I sent to him. You know why? Because he said, that's not necessary. I know everything myself. No need to send everything to me. It's just a waste of time. And I was suggesting, let's go to the therapy. Let's try to work with the sexologist. Let's try to work with the psychologist. This and just and that and just. But he said, no. If you want to spend your money on that, you can chip in and we can go and sit with this stupid psychologist, hope and pray that he will help us. But we can do it ourselves, can't we? He was saying that all the time. And it didn't work out. We ended up divorced because at some point I just gave up trying, because when it's only you who need that to work, it's not gonna work because it takes two. It always takes two. If it's only one, it's not gonna work. So I just ended my attempts. I just stopped trying. By the way, I already recorded a video about my divorce and about how I built up my identity from the scratch, and you can watch it by clicking here or link in the description. I want to tell you girls, ladies, just my cat ladies, if you are choosing between a modern man who is not knowing what to do with you and a cat, choose a cat. Always choose a cat. By the way, share what cats you have and how much cats you have, how many cats you have. Sorry, my grammar. Be you, trust your intuition, and you got this. I see you in the next one, and of course subscribe if you found the value in this video. My name is Masha Foster. Cat lady, I am a cat lady.